Hi guys, I am Luan Skaggs and welcome to the channel. Now today we are going to be making these wall scones. Now they look a little bit bigger in real than it looks on camera, but if you guys would like to see how I did this, then come with me and let's get started. To get started, you'll follow the link in the description down below and download the pattern. Now the patterns would be free for the first 48 hours. Now all the patterns on the sites are downloads. So if you purchase a pattern, then you could download it and start working on your project right away. We'll start by taking one of the sides of the pattern pieces, cutting it along this line and gluing it onto the other piece, making sure that we match up the lines. Now I'm using Elmer's glue to do this. You could use any paper glue. It is completely fine. Now we'll cut out the pattern from the paper. Once we get to the end of this line, we'll cut up to this line here, and we'll do this on both sides. Now I'm going to be using these cutting mats from the Dollar Tree to make our wall sconces. They come 2 in a pack, so we only need 1 pack to make our 2 wall sconces. These table mats have a matte side and a shiny side. I like the matte side for this design, but if you prefer the shiny side, that is completely fine. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you prefer the matte side or the shiny side? Now you want to turn the piece over, take some tape and stick the pattern in place. First I tried to take an X-Acto knife to trace the lines, but no matter how light I push, I guess sometimes it just didn't work, and when you try to bend the pieces, it cracks and make different tears in the pattern. So I don't recommend using an X-Acto knife to trace the lines. What I used instead was the end of a scissors. All you do is open the scissors and use the pointed end of the scissors to make the lines. Now we have these light green colors because the only edges we'll be scoring is the outside edges of the light green color. And I left it in the video showing you all the lines that you need to score. Once we're done scoring all of our lines, we'll use a pencil and draw in all the rest of the lines that we didn't score. Once we have finished with all of that, we could cut out our pattern from our table mat. Once we have finished cutting out our piece, we could use this tape that I picked up from the Dollar Tree to outline it. This looks like the inspiration photo that I got from Pinterest. It had black outlines on it, but I want to use gold instead. I picked this up from Amazon and the link for this would be in the description down below. To outline the lines, before we take the paper off the back, I found it easier to place our tape on the pattern and use a pencil to mark where we want to cut the lines. To save time and to do this a lot faster, it is easier to work on one side at a time. So we'll do the different sides and then we'll come back. After we're done putting on the side pieces, this is how we'll position the tape to get the peaks in the middle. We'll mark these out and cut them out and then stick them just like this. Now we'll measure the side strips, cut them out and stick them right in these areas. In the video here, I use these tapes, but I think you should continue using the narrower strips and just put the pieces on the both sides using the narrower strips. But before we do that, we'll bend the seams like this. Once we have our seams bent, we'll glue a piece of cardboard behind. Now this is the cardboard pattern, so we'll cut this out. Then we'll put it on a piece of poster board, trace the edges, and cut out the poster board. Now we'll stick the poster board onto these folded edges. And to hang the wall sconce, I'll be using these command strips. Once you've finished putting on your strips, you could take an X-Acto knife to trim off the excess pieces. Now I poured these resin pieces for this wall sconce, and if you guys didn't see how I made these molds, they would be linked in the description of this video. And before the resin really sets up, while it is still this bendy, we will take it and shape it around our wall sconce. We'll do this for the top and the bottom piece. And to keep it in place until it hardens, we could tape it in place or put something under it to keep it in place until it hardens. So I took the cutting board and put it on a tray and pushed the cutting board inside so that the resin could stay up until it hardens. Once it's hardened, I'll come back and show you what we do next. Once it is hardened, if it's stuck to the plastic, all we have to do is take our X-Acto knife and push it underneath the piece and just rock it back and forth until it comes out. We'll do this for the top and the bottom piece. Then we'll take it outside and spray paint it. Now I'm using the gold Rust-Oleum metallic spray paint to spray paint mines. Once you spray paint the pieces, you could stick the top one on the top and the bottom piece on the bottom. Now the top piece warped a little bit when I spray painted it, so I think the best thing to do is once it's still flexible, spray paint it then. And then you could mold the flexible spray painted piece around your wall sconce. I think it would be much easier doing it that way instead. I had to use the heat gun to reheat mine so that I could have it shaped around the wall sconce. But if you spray paint your flexible piece first, let it dry, and then mold your flexible piece on the wall sconce, then you wouldn't have to do this step. And for the lights, I'm using these remote control lights that I picked up from on Amazon. Now I really love these lights because they are rechargeable as well. And I'll leave the link for these in the description down below. And all the materials I use in this project would be listed in the description down below, so you could check that out. Now these lights have magnetic strips in the back of them, and all you have to do is peel off the protective paper and stick it inside of your wall sconce. Then I decided to glue these additional pieces, some in the inside because you'll see the inside here, and then the same pieces on the outside. Now this mold that I used to do these resin pieces, I got this mold from on Amazon. I didn't make this one, and I would have this mold linked in the description if it's still available. And to charge the lights, all you have to do is remove it from these magnets, charge the lights, and stick it back again. I really love these lights, guys, because of the convenience of being able to recharge them. So if you guys would like to purchase these lights, these would be linked in the description down below as well. Now let's test out how bright the lights are. I'm going to turn off all the lights in the taping area and just turn on these lights so you guys could see how bright the lights are. And once we hang it on the wall, this is how it looks. It goes really nice with the table that we made a few weeks ago. I just love the way that it came out. Now this is a mirror that we also did a while ago, so you guys could check it out if it's something that you're interested in. Now I really love the way that these wall sconces turned out. If you guys want to use some other decoration beside this, if you don't have the silicone and don't want to do that, it is completely fine, you could do that. So if you like these wall sconces and it's something that you'd like to try out, leave it in the comment section down below. You know I love hearing from you guys. Now if this is your first time here and you're not yet subscribed, then go ahead and click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you could be notified whenever I upload a new video, if you like videos like this. So bye for now, stay safe and have a blessed and wonderful day. So thanks for taking the time out to watch this video. You have a blessed and awesome day. Now if you like this video, you may also like these as well. See you in the next one.